In honor of Doom's 31st anniversary, Starfield has embraced its inner Slayer and released At Hell's Gate, a free Doom-themed mini-quest available through Creations, and of course I've got some thoughts on it all. Welcome to the channel, it's LtBuzzLitebeer, and unlike Shattered Space, At Hell's Gate takes existing locations and turns them into a hellscape, complete with cultists and beasts hell-bent on ripping you to shreds. And of course, I've got all the details for you as I just got done playing it through. But before we dive into the info, remember to hit subscribe and ring that notifications bell to stay up to date on all things Bethesda, including Starfield. And let's check out all the latest from BGS. In order to get access to At Hell's Gate, you first need to activate the Creations tab on your Starfield home screen, and it's going to show up as the featured mod. And this one is created by Kinggath Creations and is presented by BGS through their Verified Creators program. Now, that name, Kinggath, should sound very familiar to you, especially if you're into Fallout and or Elder Scrolls mods, because the team at Kinggath Creations is responsible for the very well-received Sim settlements from Fallout 4, as well as the East Empire and Bard's College expansions from Skyrim, so you know their work is high caliber. Total download size for me on PC was just shy of 213 megs, and it's also pretty noteworthy here that this mod does not mess with your in-game achievements. Now once it's downloaded, give the mod a few moments to kind of patch into the game, and then you can launch into whatever save file you want. And finally, all you need to do to activate this new quest is to get around any SSNN broadcast pillar in any of the major cities like New Atlantis, Sidonia, Aquila City, or Neon, and you'll know you're in the right spot when you hear the broken distress calls coming from the pillar, and it's also going to be sparking quite a bit from the top. At this point, you're going to be tasked with answering several distress calls in space, the first of which doesn't go so well.
End of log. No more logs available. Please contact an officially sanctioned data retrieval specialist for further assistance.
And the second leads to a discussion and immediate disappearance of one of the crew, leading to you having the Mark of the Slayer added to your character. Also, don't miss picking up the legendary super shotgun off of one of the nearby tables. I mean, honestly, it's super obvious and you can't miss it. At this point, the quest really starts to hit its stride. I mean, we're on location. Those recognizable Doom environments start showing up as you start to heat up for the big end set piece moment. Now, most of the content was lower level for my current saved character, so, you know, incoming damage was like scratching the surface.
Last mistake you'll make.
Wow, this super shotgun sounds wicked. Doing no damage though. I think I just melted that guy. Let me switch over to something that's gonna hit a little harder. There's one more, right? Wow, these environments. This is spooky. I hear him out here. Here he is. You've also got a secondary quest to find 6 Doom-themed plushies for your collection, and each of these look to be hand-created, and you'll find these scattered around this final location, and a few of them are somewhat hidden. But if you take your time and search everywhere, you'll find all 6, and you know, who doesn't want Doom dolls for only the finest in decorating, especially when it comes down to decorating your ship? Now, once you've been searching this research facility for a bit, you'll end up finally discovering the Praetor suit and Crucible blade, completing your Doom Slayer cosmetic look and bringing down the sheer terror. And by the way, this isn't the end of this quest line. I'm going to leave that up to you, but here's just a little taste of the combat, and listen to that Doomified Starfield soundtrack remix thumping in the background, adding to the quality of this quest creation. Oh, they're already jumping us. A little wonky, but I love it. This soundtrack is bumping. Here we go, third person. Ooh. Oh, please add this soundtrack into the main Starfield game. All right, so I cut past all of those big set piece moments, as I told you I would, but I wanted to also mention there's even some custom VFX work here from The Minister, who sounds, at least to me, like the Marauder in Doom Eternal.
A battle well fought. The victory is yours. Take gratification in your trophies.
And of course, he has more to say, but that's for you to discover. So overall, this was about a 40-minute mini quest. It's free, and I've got to say the quality was really good. The reworked environments were definitely oozing in Doom, if you know what I mean, but you could see the Starfield kind of underneath it all. The all-new voice work was really well done, especially during the distress calls, and the sound effects like that super shotgun were really strong. I've also already called this out, but that Doom Starfield remix combat track was one of my favorite aspects of this entire new mini quest. It is just so effing strong, and I would actually like to see it play randomly throughout the base game, especially if you're out somewhere in the settled systems. Maybe you're in combat and you've chosen to equip all your Doom Slayer cosmetics and weapons. So, in general, I've always been bullish when it comes to Starfield. That's to say that I've enjoyed the game and the experiences it's able to deliver. Actually, scratch that. Let me rewind that. I've enjoyed the base game of Starfield. Things like those awesome quest lines, the Crimson Fleet, UC Sysdef, Ryugen, Freestar Collective, along with an aspect of the game I think Bethesda actually really nailed, space combat. Now, despite this game launching without a ton of standard features and missing items like city maps or even DLSS, how does a game on PC these days launch without DLSS? God knows. But anyways, the devs have gradually built the game up, begging the question why Starfield ever launched in that state in the first place. But I digress. I'd also like to mention that even more recently, things like the Trackers Alliance questline I found was overall pretty decent. And then we landed on the big expansion, Shattered Space, and it was not received well. It landed shattered. This could have been the high point for Starfield and Bethesda, giving the players what they wanted, a return to what Bethesda did best, handcrafted environments, and they were building on an aspect of the game everyone wanted to see more House Faroon, and they just didn't hit the mark, actually nowhere close to it. And Bethesda attempting to defend it after the fact led to even more fallout. But now that I think about it, who knows, maybe this is the route Bethesda needs to take in the future with Starfield DLC. Maybe the mainline Bethesda dev team just completely steps back and they let these talented mod teams take over, such as that incredible team that pushed out Fallout London. Maybe they leave the new content to these talented mod teams that can really connect with the player base and deliver exactly the kind of incredible experiences that will impress players. I will, of course, leave a link to the write-up for At Hell's Gate down in the video description, and I'm also going to be ramping up my future coverage of games like Starfield, Fallout, and, of course, everything Bethesda, so definitely keep your eye on this channel. Remember to hit subscribe and ring that notifications bell so you never miss one of my future upload alerts. We're well past the point of 248,000 channel subscribers with our end goal, hopefully by the end of the year, at 250K. That's a personal goal of mine, and I know together we can achieve it. If you haven't already hit subscribe, please do so. It's free. It really helps out the channel. We'd love to have you along for the ride. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer signing off.